Hello, welcome to Infinite You Life Coaching. My name is Dawn. Today we'll be doing an approximate 1 hour practice for no hands vinyasa. So for me, I worked out pretty hard upper body this morning, so to give that a rest, I'm just going to do this no hands practice, but maybe you're nursing and allowing an injury to heal, so that would be another reason to do no hands practice other than just to shake it up, right? So today we'll be utilizing Ujjayi breath, the ocean breath. So if you've never done Ujjayi breath before, imagine yourself breathing into a mirror, but doing that with your mouth closed. So take an inhale and breathing out as you're blowing into the mirror with your mouth closed. And that same constriction you have in your throat, you're also going to use on your inhale. So you're breathing through your nose, getting this little constriction in your throat. I kind of equate it to a purr in a way because cats purr for a form of relaxation, and we can use this breath to help us relax. So as you're going through your practice today, there'll be moments where you're so in tune to what you're doing, but when you can remember to come back. And I'll give us prompts as well to utilize that Ujjayi breath. So go ahead and find a comfortable spot on your mat. We're going to start in the very back in a kneeling position. Of course, if you need a prop, you could always put a blanket or a block underneath your bottom and just settle in. So let's take a long, slow, deep breath in, hands down on your thighs. And exhale. Another breath to arrive on your mat. Long, slow, deep breath in. Utilizing that Ujjayi breath. And exhale. And we'll take another breath in as we set our intention, maybe allowing your breath to be a little more relaxed. And our intention today may be, if you are nursing an injury, maybe that intention is to allow the energy we're creating to move into the shoulder region. Maybe it's just to pay attention to your breath. So setting your intention. And when you're ready, I'm just going to inhale our hands up. And as you exhale, just slowly sweeping your arms down so that the top of your hands then lay on the floor as you come into a child's pose. Really allowing the upper body just to relax. Maybe using that Ujjayi breath. And on your next breath, let's go ahead and maybe lifting your head and bringing your fingertips to the front of the mat. Just allowing your arms to relax here. Continuing to breathe. Again, lifting your head and then just walking your fingertips to the left side of it. Maybe putting your right palm on top of the back of your left hand. Feeling the right side of your ribs really opening up here. Testing out that Ujjayi breath and seeing how it feels. Allowing your body to relax on the exhale. One more breath here. From here, we'll walk our hands back to center and then take it to the right side. Again, maybe putting your left hand on top of the back of your right hand. This time feeling your left ribs opening. Continuing to breathe. Bringing in that Ujjayi breath. One more breath here. And then bringing your hands back to center. Just extending your fingertips as you rest your forehead on the mat.
Maybe taking a gentle rock side to side here. And on your next inhale,
we're going to come up onto our knees. And just find your balance on your knees here. Maybe rolling your shoulders up and back. Palms can be facing forward. And you can stay where you are. I'm just going to turn to face you. So on your knees, we're going to inhale our hands up. And on your exhale, bring your left hand down to your side, maybe on your hip, maybe onto the floor, and then just extending through those right fingertips. Maybe bringing your gaze up to the sky. Continuing to breathe, find that Ujjayi breath. On your next inhale, coming back up to center, both hands up. Exhale, this time bring your right palm down to your thigh, maybe the floor or block or your hip. Extending those left fingertips. Finding your Ujjayi breath. On your next inhale, coming back up to center. And just take a breath here. From here, putting your weight into your right leg, we're just going to take that left foot out to the side, so coming directly out from your hip, and then allowing your arms to tee. And just breathing. Spine is nice and tall, fingertips reaching opposite directions. From here, either leaving your foot there or rotating so that your knee and your toes are pointed up, so engaging and pushing down into that heel, but also most of your weight being in your other leg. From here, we're just going to drop our hand down. You can put your hand on your thigh or down onto your shin, and then extend that right hand up to the sky. Reaching those fingertips, feeling the engagement in your legs, bringing in that Ujjayi breath. One more breath here. Inhale, lifting up through that right hand, coming back up to a T. If you had your toes up, toes down, and then bringing your leg back in to be back in a kneeling position. We'll inhale our hands back up. Exhale, arms out to a T, extending your fingertips in opposite directions. This time putting your weight into your left leg as you step your right foot out. And just breathing here. And then lowering your right hand either onto your thigh or the outside of your calf, bringing your left fingertips up to the sky and finding that Ujjayi breath. Really extending through your fingertips while also dropping down through your hip and your knee, feeling the opening in that left side body. Last breath here. Lifting up through that left hand as you come up, arms back to a T, and stepping back into that kneeling position. From here, you can lower your arms and stay right where you are. I'm just going to find the length of my mat. So from here, we're going to inhale our hands back up. And while grounding down through that right leg, we're going to step the left foot forward and come into a low lunge. So just allowing your hips to be heavy here. Fingertips reaching up, and just breathe. From here, we're going to take that left arm and we're going to bring it behind us and bring it onto the back of the right thigh with the right fingertips reaching up to the sky. Continue to breathe. Bringing your right hand forward and the left hand back, opening up to the side that has the bent knee in front. Bringing your palms together and allowing your right elbow to drop down onto your left knee, bringing that left elbow up, hands are pushing against each other, not allowing your shoulders to sink down, but trying to bring your heart up to hand level. Gaze can be on the floor, out in front of you, or up to the ceiling. Using that Ujjayi breath. Pushing into your left foot, bringing your hands back up to heart center as you straighten your back. From here, we're going to bring our hands up to heart center and we're going to tuck our back toes. You might want to scoot your knee forward a little bit just to get a little more leverage. And then on your next exhale, pushing in to your feet and your toes. Let's inhale our hand up into a high lunge. Nice and strong in the legs. Continuing to breathe. From here, we're going to go ahead and allow that back foot to open up as we allow our torso to come into warrior two. From here, maybe taking your palms up, bring your shoulders up to your ears, back and down, and then flipping those hands back. Checking your back hand to make sure that you're bringing your arms, your back arm all the way around. Think about wrapping that shoulder blade. Fingertips extending away from each other. From here, we're going to inhale that back hand up and coming into a warrior one. Exhaling, bringing our hands down and interlacing your fingers. Just make a note of what thumb is on top here because when we do the other side, we'll switch thumbs. Opening your heart center, taking a deep breath in. The spine is nice and tall. And exhale, we're going to bring the torso down on the exhale. And inhale, coming back up. 2 more times. Exhale as you come down. Inhale as you come up. 1 more time. Exhale. And inhale as you come up. Nice tall spine. Think about your spine coming up out of the top of your head. Legs are strong. And just breathe. Let's inhale our hands back up into that warrior one. And then just lift your front toes so you're on your heel and rotate your foot forward. I'm just going to turn to face you so that you're facing the same direction. Feet can be parallel or maybe pigeon-toed slightly by bringing your toes in. Bring your toes in while protect your knees. So nice tall spine, hands on your hips. Think about bending from your hip bone. So on your next exhale, coming down, think about lifting your tailbone in the air. Back is still straight. Our torso is parallel to the floor. And then continue to come all the way down. Hands are on the floor. So we're going to put one hand, we'll do right hand in the center as we inhale the left hand up. And breathe. One more breath here. Exhale, bringing your left palm to the floor in the center in front of you as you inhale your right hand up. Extending your fingertips up, trying to keep that shoulder open. Continuing to breathe, using that Ujjayi breath. One more breath here. Bringing both hands down. Let's do inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And just breathe and relax here. Bringing your hands back up to that location on your hips. On your next inhale, we're gonna lift with a nice straight spine as we come up. Inhale our hands up. Exhale, we're gonna just rotate that front heel facing forward and step to the front of the mat. Inhale our hands up to the sky. Exhale, hands to prayer, coming into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bending your knees as you roll back up to a standing position. Inhale, hands touch above your head. Exhale, hands to heart as you come into your forward fold. Hands back down to the mat. Knees can totally be bent here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees and rolling back up into a standing position. Inhale, hands up, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart. Forward fold. Hands come down to the mat, knees are maybe bent. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bending your knees, let's roll back up into a standing position. From here, we're going to come into the second side. So we're just going to step 1 or 2 steps back and then come back into that kneeling position. Once you've found yourself in a comfortable position, we'll inhale our hands up. And maybe putting your weight into your left leg as you step your right foot forward. Allowing your hips to sink down as we come into our little lunge, making any little adjustments. Nice tall spine, arms reaching up. And then we're going to take our right hand and rest it on the back of the left thigh as we extend our left fingertips up to the sky. Continuing that Ujjayi breath. And then on your next inhale, reaching those left fingertips up and forward, we're going to come and face that bent knee side. So fingertips reaching away from each other. Bringing your hands into prayer. Allowing the left elbow to come onto your right knee. Allowing that right elbow to point up to the sky. Not sinking down into your shoulders, but bringing your heart up to hand level. Continuing to breathe here, gaze can be up at the sky, straight forward or down at the floor. Take a few more breaths here. On your next inhale, we're going to unwind with our hands still in prayer position. And from here, we're just going to tuck those back toes. And then on your next exhale, push into your feet and your toes as you come into this prayer high lunge position. Let's inhale our hands up. Continuing to breathe. From here, we're going to drop that back heel down as we open up into that warrior 2. Maybe palms up, shrugging our shoulders up, back and down, just to find some release there. Flipping the palms back, taking that back hand and making sure you're wrapping that shoulder blade around your ribs. Fingertips are moving away from each other. Continuing that Ujjayi breath with a nice tall spine, strong legs. From here, we're going to inhale our hands up into a warrior one. And exhale, bring those hands down. Whatever cross you had, whichever thumb was on top, we're going to put underneath this time. Palms moving down and away from you. Just breathe. On your next exhale, we're going to bring our torso down. Shoulders, the right shoulders in the, just inside of your knee or close to there. Inhale, back up. Exhale, forward. We do that 2 more times. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. And exhale, forward. Going back up. Chest is really open. Taking a few breaths in this position. Feel your heart, your throat opening up. On your next inhale, let's inhale our hands back into a warrior one. Lifting your right toes and turning so that you're facing the side of your mat. Again, your feet can be parallel or slightly pigeon-toed. We're going to put our hands on our hips, coming into that halfway wide-legged forward fold. Think about extending your spine here so that it's nice and straight. Continue to breathe. Feeling the top of your head and your tailbone reaching away from each other. One more breath. On the exhale, let's go ahead and allow our fingertips to come to the floor. This time we're going to take the left hand to the right ankle as you inhale and extend the right hand up. Breathe. One more breath here. On your exhale, swim that right hand to your left ankle as you extend the left hand up. Again, just breathe. Find that ujjayi breath. And then bringing your hands down to center. Just allowing your torso to be heavy. Think about your tailbone moving up and a little bit away from you. Feeling the points of your feet grounded. And your head being pulled towards the floor by gravity. From here, we're just going to take our hands back to that hinge point of our thighs. We're going to inhale, coming all the way back up into a standing position. Exhale, we're just going to ground that right heel as we spin our toes forward, and we step back up to the front of our mat, coming into a Tadasana. From here, we're going to come into a balancing pose. So let's go ahead and put all our weight into the right foot. So once you feel like your foot is grounded, you can inhale your left knee up. Hands can hold the knee as you rotate your ankle in one direction 3 times, and then the other direction 3 times. From here, bringing your foot into your inner thigh for tree pose. Finding your drishti to help with your balance, so a point where you can ground with your vision. Maybe inhaling your hands up to the sky. One more breath here. Bringing your knee back to your chest. Then extending your foot forward. And then bringing your foot back. So coming into a warrior 3. And if you're falling out like I am, it's okay. You can have hands in front of you, behind you, or at heart center. My balance is off today. And then bring your foot back down. Let's just take a Tadasana, so maybe rocking on your feet, finding those 3 points. Nice tall spine, heart is open. When you're ready, allowing your body to find balance in your left foot, so maybe bringing your right foot up onto its toes. From here, bring your knee to chest, rotating your ankle 3 times in one direction, 3 times in the other. From here, coming into tree pose, hands at heart center, or maybe bringing your palms up and above you. Just breathe. Find that Ujjayi breath. One more breath here. Then bring your knee back to your chest. Extend that right foot out in front of you. And then bringing it back into your warrior 3. And it's always okay to have a chair or something in front of you. You can be by a wall. And bring your feet back to center. Just come back into Tadasana. Just breathe. Maybe putting your hands on your heart, feeling your heartbeat. Connect with your inner body. Feel your breath. Maybe reconnect with your Ujjayi breath if you haven't been using it. On your next exhale, put your hands right at your hips and we're going to bend down, not from our lower back, but from our hips, coming into a forward fold. And this time we'll hold this forward fold a little bit. If you'd like to, you could take your hands underneath your feet. And then just use your feet to massage your hands as you're in this forward fold. Remember, it's okay to have bent knees. You're just looking for the sensation of the stretch. If your hands are under your feet, you could take those out. From here, we're going to inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, we're just going to come onto our toes as we bend down and crouch. Once you find your balance, we're just going to come with our hands at heart center. You can stay here, or if you want to challenge your balance a little more, you can take your hands to your heels and bring your forehead down to your knees. From here, just grounding your fingertips, we're just going to sit down onto our bottom and come into a boat pose. You can take any variation of boat, so if you want full boat with legs extended, legs bent, maybe you're holding on to the back of your knees or even toes down to the mat. Any of these are okay. We'll take 2 more breaths here. And let's go ahead and lower our feet. So we scoot our bottom out and we'll come into our staff pose. So nice tall spine, maybe taking that chin and pushing it back just a bit. And then from here, we're going to bend the left leg, bringing your foot to your inner thigh. Nice and tall, taking that strain coming right out of your head. Taking a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, just walking your fingertips forward, keeping that spine nice and straight. Just notice what you feel. And you can stay here or else allow your back to curve, your neck to be heavy, your head to be heavy. Maybe extending your fingertips a little further, holding onto your feet, your toes, or your ankle. Or maybe just having your palms on the floor. Coming back to that ujjayi breath. On your next inhale, we'll start walking ourselves back up to a seated position. We're just going to take that left foot and put it flat on the mat. You could leave your foot here or hop it over to the other side of your right thigh. And then inhaling the right hand up. Exhale, bringing that arm over and extending the left arm back. Allowing your heart to be what's leading the twist. Maybe dropping that hand down to the mat. Shoulders are relaxing away from the ears. Arms are relaxed. Not forcing the twist. We're just allowing our muscles to take us into the twist. Take one more breath here. On your next inhale, unwinding. And from here, you can leave your front leg exactly where it is. And then we're just going to open up to a straddle. So once you're here, get your legs in a comfortable position. They don't have to be as wide as mine. They could be wider. So once you have that position, I want you to sit nice and tall. Feel those sit bones grounding into the mat. You can feel your heels. Feel that string really extending your spine upwards. And we'll take an inhale. Exhale as we relax our shoulders down. Another inhale. And just begin walking your fingertips out while keeping that back nice and straight. Once you get to the point where that's as far as you can go, hold that for a moment. One more breath. On your exhale, just allow your spine to come down. Or you could always have a bolster, a pillow, or blocks here to hold up your body. You could be leaning into your fingertips or your forearms. Find that ujjayi breath. Breathe. Soften on every exhale. Take one more breath here. When you're ready, just allowing yourself to walk back up into a seated position. We're just going to take our fingertips behind us. You can tent your fingertips. You could bring your hands flat on the mat. From here, we're just going to allow our chest to really open. So maybe dropping your head just a little bit back. Thinking about your heart and your throat just opening up to the sky. One more breath here. And on your exhale, coming back, fingers to the front. So from here, we're just going to take our right hand, left hand, depending on your positioning. We'll go ahead and take same side. You want your forearm on the floor as we inhale the opposite arm up. Deep breaths. Feel that side body open. One more breath here. On your next inhale, reach those fingertips up to the sky as you come back up. And we're going to take that to the other side. So now right arm, palm up in front of your leg. If that's too low, by the way, you could prop up with a block. You could always put your elbow on your thigh. And from there, we're going to go ahead and inhale that left hand up to the sky. Really reaching those fingertips up. And continuing to breathe. last breath. On your inhale, lifting those left fingertips up to the sky as you come back to a seated position. We're just going to bring the leg that we put out to the side back to center. And we're going to come into that one leg butterfly. So just bring your right foot right to the inside of your thigh. From here, a nice tall spine. Taking a breath. Another deep breath in. And then walking your fingertips nice, tall, straight back, coming forward. Making sure your back is remaining in that straight position. Taking a breath here. On your exhale, allowing your body to come a little deeper by curving the back, allowing the head to be heavy. Just taking the spine in the other direction. Hands could be on your toes, your heel, the mat. Could be under your knee. It's up to you. Finding that Ujjayi breath. And then on your next inhale, we're going to walk our fingertips back as we bring our torso up. From here, we're going to bring that right knee up, leaving your foot here, or else hopping the right foot over the left thigh. From here, we'll inhale our hands up. Exhale as you twist, hugging that left knee as you bring that right arm back. Think about relaxing your shoulders. Every inhale, allowing your spine to grow a little taller. Every exhale, allowing yourself to deepen the twist. One more breath here. On your next inhale, let's go ahead and unwind. We'll put both of our feet forward. And we'll come into this seated forward fold. So let's go ahead and inhale our hands up. Exhale, just see where your hands fall as you come down. Nice tall spine. Feet are flexed. Toes can be coming back towards your torso. Keeping that nice tall, long spine as you lean a little bit more forward. From here, taking a breath in. And on your exhale, just allowing your body to soften. Your hands can be wherever they feel comfortable. And just breathe. One more breath here. On your next inhale, we're just going to inhale ourselves up. And then just scooting your bottom forward, we're going to come down onto our backs. And bringing your heels close to your bottom, maybe so that fingertips can touch. We're going to be coming to a bridge. So hands can be palms down. Let's just take a breath here. On your next inhale, you're going to push down into your feet as you lift your bottom up. Think about really bringing your tailbone up to the sky. Think about driving down into your heels, maybe even not actually sliding, but energetically moving your heels towards the front of your mat. Think about maybe a block between your inner thighs. Let's bring our glutes a little bit higher. 2 more breaths here.
next exhale, just allowing your spine to unwind, one vertebrae at a time, until you come back down. From here, bring our knees to our chest, giving our legs a big hug, maybe bringing your forehead to your knees. Maybe a little rock side to side. And then hugging the left knee in and take your right foot up to the sky. Just going to drop that leg down so that your heel grounds down onto your mat. Bring that left leg up to your chest towards your armpit. Continuing to breathe. On your next exhale, we're just going to take the right hand to the outside of that left knee. You take your left arm out to the side and just bringing that right knee over your torso to the other side. You can relax your right hand right on top of the knee to kind of hold it in place. Gaze can be up to the sky or to your left fingertips. Now if your left shoulder is coming off the floor, you could put a blanket under there just to give it some support. And really just allow your body to relax here. Where else can you let go? One more breath here. Coming back up to center, let's hug that knee in one more time. And we'll go ahead and just bring the right knee up to match and maybe just rock side to side for a moment. Maybe just taking some hip circles, feeling really good. That lower back. Maybe a few times in one direction and a few in the other. From here, we're gonna hug the right knee in as we extend the left foot up to the sky, flexed. From here, we're just gonna allow that left leg to come down, grounding that left heel. Hugging that right knee into your chest towards your armpit. And just breathe. And then from here, we take our left hand to the outside of the right knee as you bring that knee across and dropping down the other side. Left palm can be relaxed onto the top of the knee, just giving it some counterbalance. Your gaze can be up to the sky, or you can take your gaze to your left hand. Hands can be teed out or cactused at your sides. Just breathe. Let go of any tension. Continuing that Ujjayi breath. Where else can you soften? One more breath here. And bringing yourself back up to center. Again, bringing both knees into your chest. Again, maybe allowing your forehead to come forward. And from here, we're just going to come into our Shavasana. So extending your legs out, allowing your feet to fall to the side, arms at your side, palms up. And just notice what you feel. Maybe feeling some tingling or some energy moving in your body. Maybe noticing your breath. If you feel any tension, you can breathe into that tension. See if you can soften it just a little bit more. And then just noticing that cool air moving in through your nose on every inhale. Moving its way down your throat into your belly, your chest. And that warm air moving out of your belly and your chest, past your nostrils on every exhale. Allowing our bodies and our minds to quiet. If thoughts are coming into your head or you're thinking about what you're going to be doing next, just come back to your breath. The moment you realize that you're thinking or planning, you've actually already come into the present moment. And once you're there, you have the option of digging deeper into that thought or letting that thought go. And a wonderful way to do that is to come back to your breath. So for the next few minutes, we'll find stillness and just be. You can begin to gently start to awaken your breath by taking a slightly deeper breath. Noticing the movements of your body as you take your breath in, how it feels different as you need to get your breath just a little deeper. Maybe feeling your breath in your chest or your belly. Maybe feeling your back ribs or side ribs expanding as well. From here, bring some gentle motion into your fingers and your toes. Maybe rocking your hands and your arms and your feet, ankles and your legs back and forth. Maybe even bringing your head side to side. And when you feel ready, you can bend your knees, bringing your feet flat to the mat. Leaving your eyes closed or your gaze softened, you can roll onto a comfortable side. And just take a few breaths here. when it feels comfortable, working your way up into a comfortable seat. And having a nice tall seated position, maybe eyes are still closed or softened. Shoulders relaxed away from your ears. And just take this moment to just scan your body for a moment. Just noticing what you feel, even if it's as simple as your sit bones touching the mat, your hands touching your thighs, the temperature of the room, any sounds you might hear. Maybe even the movement or sound of your breath. And know that in this time that we've been on our mat, we've been connecting with our bodies the whole time. That these sensations are always there, just waiting to be felt. When you feel stressed, anxious, you feel yourself rushing around, pause, take a deep breath in. Notice your feet on the floor. Notice your body in the chair. Come back to these little sensations that can bring you back inwards and slow down your day. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and take our palms out to the side with a nice, long, slow inhale in. Feeling the thickness of all that positive energy we just created. Palms touch. Exhale, let's bring our thumbs to our third eye chakra, that area right between your eyebrows. Welcoming in positive thoughts. Welcoming in our intuition. And releasing that overthinking. Let's take a deep breath in here. Exhale, bring your thumbs down to that little notch right where your clavicles meet, right in your throat, maybe bringing your fingertips to your lips. Breathing into this throat chakra area. Bringing that positive energy for right speech, positive speech. Allowing you to speak your truth today. Allowing your voice to be open. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, moving your thumbs down to your heart. Maybe feeling your heartbeat. Feeling the warmth in your hands, the warmth of your body. And breathing in that positive energy. Bringing it into your heart for positive actions. And engaging in that heart mind. That when it comes time to make decisions, where you find yourself swimming in judgments, that we can take our attention away from our brain and bring it down into our heart and see how that changes our perspective of everything. Maybe bowing your head down to your hands and your heart, thanking yourself that you showed up today. It's not always easy to come onto your mat, but every time you do, you are gifting yourself peace, the movement of your body, connecting with your inner universe. So thank yourself. And I thank you for showing up. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.